Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Kimberly at Journal Breeze, and today I'm going to do a design team project for the Paper Cameo. I showed this on Instagram probably 2 or 3 weeks ago now and promised I would do a video. I want to first give credit to Sharon. She came up with the idea. This is the original, which is what I will show you in a minute. And then I came up with an alternate, which we are going to make together today. And I'm using, this kit is the Paper Cameo's Cameo and Lace kit, which is Divine. And then I'm also using a Pretty Christmas. This is also from a Pretty Christmas, and this is last year. And this is from her newest kit, which is Ava Maria 5. And so is this. And then I made another one from Ava Maria 3 and 4. Oops, that's not connected. And this is simpler and could easily be a journal insert, whereas these hold ephemera. Okay, so hopefully we can get through all that in pretty quick time, because as usual I can't be on too long today. So let me set my timer for half an hour, and when it goes off I'll wind down. Okay, so let me show you the first one that Sharon came up with, and really at the minute she showed it on YouTube, I just love the idea, because you got to use different elements. You got to use the papers, which I love, you got to use the string, and it just seemed like a unique take. You know, we've all seen the wallet type, and we've even seen the type where we just wrap, but what makes this one really cool and unique is that the string comes inside and holds together the sorry, I needed to put it on lock. Holds together the pieces that are inside as the ephemera. So it literally goes in here, goes around the back, and comes up and goes in here, obviously, goes around the back, comes back up, goes around here. So you can just pull it to get it as tight as you want, and voila, you have this great gift. You know, it'd be super in a journal. You could attach this side to the signature or this side, and it could just come open when you get to this part. I just love it. I think it's super neat. I think this piece of paper is super neat. Let me show you that. I just took an 8.5 by 11 sheet from the Cameo and Lace kit and stuck holes in it. And this one was so cool because it looks like it's going to be this type of a clasp. I just put my hole in the middle. But normally the hole would be more over here. Let me get a drink. So I am now going to show you what I did that was different so that you can kind of see it. It might be a little hard to figure out. So this is the alternate I made. This is made on cardboard, and it's pretty heavy duty. Probably heavier duty than you need to put it in a journal. But individually, like as a Happy Mail or a topper or something, I think this would be good. It's 65-pound Michaels cardstock. This I made with regular 32-pound paper. And I glued these cameos on. This is a tag. I think I cut this out of a bigger frame. Isn't it beautiful though, all the detail? I just love this kit. It's so beautiful. And then this is just seam binding lace, nothing special or fancy. And then it opens up like this. And I made this triangle pocket because this was such a narrow flip. Now the key here is that I only have 4 holes. On this one you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. This one we have 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one isn't in the back, it's in the side of the right flap. So there's 4 total, and that's what makes this work, so that when you close it, it can tie over here, and the tie can be on the outside and look really pretty, and this doesn't get covered. This one, the hole is all over here, so that when you shut this, this one's coming this way, this one's coming this way, and you actually have to wrap it around. I don't know, I think I wrapped them in the wrong direction, but the point is, there's a lot of wrapping that has to happen, and that can be a really cool look. I loved what I had done here, and so I wanted to just have a single tie, and that's how I came up with this idea. And then I added a pocket that was the exact replica of what it covered, so that I would be able to make sure they didn't fall out. So look at these beautiful tags that come in the kit. This is one of the papers I backed it with that's also in the kit. Look at this, visit portrait. So they're on a trip somewhere. I just love this kit. Beautiful postcard. It's so dainty. Honestly, I think it could be used in a million different ways. And I just layered it up. And then over here we have more beauties. Another tag, visit portrait. Maybe that was from a passport originally. And then this. And they're also backed in that same paper. And then this is a lace in the kit, which I love, so I use that quite a bit. And then in this little tuck, I have ephemera that came in the kit. Is that darling? Oh my gosh. Love it. Love it. So these are sitting down here. Okay. So let's replicate this together. Oh, and this is also in the kit. I distressed it and glued it down. It's meant to be an edging. So really, she thought of everything, I think. And you can just have a blast with it. I mean, really, it's such a super kit. This beautiful lace on the outside and on the inside are the other background pieces in the kit that come with all the cameos. So you've got the background piece that I'm using on the back of the tags, and then this lace, and then this inner lace. So really, these are, and then that whitish lace, see-through. These background papers can be used with anything you might do that has an elegant look to it. It's such a useful kit. I kind of think of it as an adjunct, but only in the way that it could probably go with almost anything. If you were making, a female, style, it's not going to go with, some other things. But a lot of you who watch my channel and follow me on Instagram have a very similar aesthetic, and so this kit is really one to have on hand. It's a beauty. Oh, and this paper's in it too. Yeah. This one has got this wonderful emblem, which only shows up on here. So it was kind of a pity to bend it, but oh well. Okay. So let's work with, let me fold both of these. Let's see. All right. So I don't like gluing them together because it's too stiff for me, so I just sew it together. And what I want to have happen on this is I want this little tree to match up in such a way. I don't even know if this is going to work now with what I have in mind. You know what? It's probably not. Because the tie, let's see, was it like this maybe that I had it? Oh, I figured this out so long ago. I think this is where it meets. But you know what? That's not going to work to show you this. it could work, but the ties would have to be here and here. Okay, it'll work, but it'll just not be exact. So I want to show you what I did here. So this flap measures 3 1/4. So if you fold your paper in 3 1/4, inches. Okay, let's just go up here. I don't usually measure. I kind of just figure stuff out as I go along. But I don't know. I just feel like if this one doesn't get folded the right way, that tie is not going to work out. So you may have to measure. Okay. And then this, oh, that's going to be the outside. So I measured on the wrong side. Great. Let's see. Okay. And I would just stress around all these edges too. So 3 1/4 and 3 1/4. All right, and I'm gonna bend it. Okay, so that's 3 1/4. And then the other one can fold in as far as needed. Just as long as there's some of it showing. But really it can fold in anywhere. Because the more it's folded in, the more room you have in that flap. So there is room on this flap, there is room on that flap. So it's not like the skinny of the first one, really. But if you don't have some showing, then it really kind of doesn't have much of an effect. But I don't think that's really pretty, but I think this is pretty. So I'm actually going to bend it there, because of the way that looks. Okay, now let's make sure it's straight. Okay. Oh my gosh. No matter how hard I try to get all the white off when I cut it, my printer does not print straight. It prints just tiny crooked. You can't really tell anymore, because I've tried fixing it many times, but when there's a little bit of, it's white against a print, then it really stands out. So I'm going to have to call and have them do it on their end. It's, HP Instaprint, so they do everything. You just complain to them and they fix it on their end, and then you're okay. But I don't like calling. It's so time consuming. All right, so that looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, so now, and it's not, you don't have to crease them down. It's okay to have it be rounded like that, because you can put more in that way. All right, so now we're going to measure up 4 inches. 4 inches from the bottom. And 2/3 in. So I'm going to guess 3/8 in. I'm going to guess where that is. And I'm going to make the hole 4 1/8. Let's see if it's true. I set this for 3/8. Let's see how close I was. Not very. Let's see. Oh, I can't even use that ruler. Huh. Is that 3/8? 1, 2. No, it's got to be over here. 3/8 is right before half. So let's make sure. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Okay. Yeah, I guessed it right on. Good. Okay. So 3/8 chomp then we're going to go up here, 4, okay, that's where my circle can be, and it's got to be over here, I'd say. Okay, and then the next circle is going to be here. Oh no, wait, I had to end up, this was cut the original way, and I actually had to cover up the 2 extra holes, because remember there's 4 in this and 6 in the other, so I covered it up with a piece of lace. But I do want to go out and come back in. So the way that Sharon showed it is you bend it over like this and you punch both at the same time, which is a good idea because then they're lined up. You know, if they're not lined up, that would not be pretty. So you know what? I don't even think I need to measure, I think. No, I'm going to do the ruler. Better be safe than sorry. Okay, and I'm going to put this where I think 3/8 is. And we're going to do them together. Oh, I hope I'm right about that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, and then the last one goes about 3/8 in over here. Okay, so let's, you know, I would use this board, but the light shining on it causes it to glare, as I'm sure you've all figured out. And I've got another glass one that's really pretty. It's white and aqua. And again, it would be glaring. So, unfortunately, this is what you have to look at the moment. I'm trying to find a covering that I could cut on that would still be pretty and everything. I kind of have found a few things that might work. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, and then this is the line, and then I'm going to go over 3/8. So it's this. It's hard to see the line. It's about 7. So 1, 2. Oh. Huh. That's weird. Oh my gosh. Carol says we have pixie elves on our deck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, every time alright, that's it. I'm not touching it. Okay. Alright. I just can't see where that crease is well enough. That's the problem. And that's, I don't want to get that wrong. Oh. Okay, let's try it this way. Let's go right there. Okay, so I just looked at this and I put it right there. Okay, now how am I going to get there? If you don't have one of these enormous things, then use your awl, or do the 2 at one time and cover it like I did. I glued lace over both holes that were extra. Oh, it's just one extra hole, and then I put this pocket over the other extra hole, and I put this over to cover it, because this was the first time I did it and figured it out, so I had a lot more to cover. Okay, where was that pencil mark I made? Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see. Oh, I can't move this too. Please don't give me a hard time. Oh boy. I don't know what the trick is. Shoot, I'm about as mechanical as you can get. Oh, darn it. And this will never reach. Shoot. Or maybe if you put it down, maybe that's how it moves. Oh my goodness sakes. Sometimes it moves without a hitch. I don't know. I can't move it. Okay. I'm going to use my awl. Hold on. Okay, so where was that hole? Wow, I cannot see my pencil mark. Okay, this is how it's going to be. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. All right, let's see. Screen, yeah. This will be the only time I'm glad to have a kind of a fat awl. I realized back when I bought this awl, they didn't have many choices, I didn't think. And I did not realize how fat it was. But it always does make bigger holes than the thread I use in my journals binding. So, look at that, it's just about exactly the same size. So there you go. There you go. That's too bad it looks like that. It's the only downside I can see. So we'll just trim it off. There we go. I don't think it'll really show once I get the, isn't that a pretty manger scene? Look at that engraving around the dove or eagle. It's got an eagle head, not a dove head. Such a pretty picture. Can you see it? It's a beautiful page. This is the Ava Maria 5. It just came out. It's probably, yeah, it's 5. So it's the ephemera for the Ava Maria. More ephemera. There's tags in it and different things. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I wanted to do a pocket, I would print this page out and then I would cut out. Or, you know, maybe you don't want it to blend in. Maybe you want it to be, you know, showing itself. I don't really have anything handy that I would choose. Yeah, that's not it. But another, you know, Christmassy looking. That'd be pretty. That'd be very pretty. This is from Chapter 1 Papers. This is from their Christmas kit, which is going to be my next design team video. Okay, so now I picked a few things for the possibility of okay, so I found that having lace keeps your items in better than having a round, you know, small thing. So lace or twine that grips, a bigger piece of twine, that really just holds it in. Even though I made this pocket, it's because I was piling them up because I love them all. So I wondered again about my coloring. So this goes against everything I just said, but this is such a pretty color. Okay, so let's just see. This you start from the outside, so you're going to cut it off after you've strung it through. Let's just see how this looks. We are going to have a rainstorm this weekend. It's cloudy already. I started when there was still a little sun, but now it's all clouds I see. Wet, gray, low-hanging. There's a mountain range out my window, and you can't even see it when the rain clouds come in. So that's good. Alright, so this is where it ends. It doesn't end here. That's the thing. So this then does have to be either pocketed or, in this case, it's so beautiful. I don't think I'd want to cover it up. I mean, if there was a pocket, it would be very little. But honestly, I just think it's so pretty. I just don't think I'd cover it up. Alright, and then it would go like this. Then it would tie. So what do we think about that? What do we think about that blue? It's kind of a bright blue. I wanted it to work, but I don't think it does. But I just love it. Okay, so, oops. Going the wrong way. Yeah, it's very, very bright. Isn't it a beautiful color? How do I get it out of here? Oh, here we go. Okay. Alright, no damage done. Alright, one down. There's this lace. I think it would get twisted though and probably be... It's pretty. It would hold stuff in. It's really beautiful. That might be just the thing. Then I have black and white twine, which no. And then I have black twine, no. Oh, I have some gold here. This might be the answer. I think this is going to be it. And it does have a flat side. Yeah. It's got a front and a back, actually. And then it goes in here. So we have a little extra because, gosh, that might be too much, really. Because when you get stuff in there, it'll take up more room. But it depends if you want to tie a bow or if you just want to, you know, wrap it around. So depending on what you want to do. Oh, I measured on my other one 9.5. Oh, that's way more than 9.5. Oh my gosh. That's way more than 9.5. Let's see. It's a loose measure. So that was 9.5. Oh my gosh, I'm sure I measured that wrong. That makes no sense. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Sorry, lace. Another day. That's a lot of gold. Okay, but there's nothing in that, so that's part of the deal. Yeah. Okay. So that is so pretty. So if you wanted to put a belly band, you could. You could put it right there. But this will not provide it. Oh my gosh, isn't that the paper just lends itself beautifully to this kit idea. I tried another paper, and this is in the Ava Maria 3 and 4 kit, and I want, you have to have your main picture on the left, and I think I flipped this thinking it'd be on the left, but it has to be on the left on the outside. And so the original in the kit has her over here, and that'll make it work. But otherwise it would fold like this, and you know, I didn't think that was a great idea. And then this just covers up her face. This is also printed at 8 by 10, and so there isn't as much of an overlap. Okay, so let me show you this. This is Ava Maria 3 and 4 also. And it's not super Christmassy because it's this beautiful peachy pink color. So I put on this beautiful ribbon. Beautiful peachy pink beige. So I imagine this inside of a journal. It could be in a big pocket, but it could also be stitched here. And then you would have a flap on one page and a flap on another, and then this would be turned over. So if you didn't want to put a pocket in the middle, you could glue this and then just make it a side top, which would be great. So these are postcards from the kit that I shrunk down, and this I would probably put, a message if it's to somebody as happy mail, or I might say something about whatever the theme of the journal I put it in is about. This one, this cartouche, this is called a cartouche in French. This one I put a picture inside. This is cut out of a kit from Raindrop Lila. If you've seen her girls, I forget what they're called, but they're recent and they're all in white. I think it's called All in White Girls or something. And then these beautiful decorations around this postcard. I love them. So I replicated them on the back of the tags that come in the kit, which also look really, really good. But I so love this background, I decided to show the back. And this is another beauty. So really, any way you do this, it's so pretty. And I cut these little holes in just so it'd be clear that it was, in fact, meant to be pockets. And it doesn't really need a tie. I think this is so pretty. I don't really want a tie going across there. And I feel like that is another way to use these incredible papers. So that's what you want to do. That's my suggestion, that you go through our kits and you find the papers that will fold over and look good. This one doesn't. This one doesn't, in my opinion. Then we have this one, which I love this forever. Love it. Love the design. Love the little cute stars. Love the words, the script of the words. And then this gorgeous sign. This looks like exactly what it looks like where it snows. And it says a perfect Christmas tree, and it says Christmas and Christmas. It's just so pretty. So I did figure this out. I'm not going to do it because of the timer, and also I told you that it's not necessarily going to use that same approach. But I will help you problem solve it right now because I've brought it to your attention. It wouldn't be fair not to. So here's the deal. Wherever this matched, it's set up beautifully. I think it's right there. Do you see how it looks like the tree is part of this tree? If I move this over more and move this over more, then you can get the whole tree in. There we go. So a tree, a tree, a tree. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, so if you put a hole here, you'd have to put a hole here. How much is left over? Oh, not too much. So that actually would work out. Actually, this would work out just fine. It really would. Because then you would have a hole about here, about there, and that would leave you a good amount of room. You could put some thinner bookmarks or thinner style ephemera here. Certainly this is super wide for really. And then how long is this? Is this the whole thing without the border? Without the, let's see, 11. Oh, this is under 11. So I had a border on it, I cut it off, but I printed it at, yeah, so it's like 8 1/4 by 10 and, I don't know, almost 11, 7/8 or something. Yeah, so that would work out beautifully. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. I think I would make this, maybe put something here and make it a pocket, one of her rounded pockets or partial fan. And then here, I think I would do something special, maybe that I glued down and the string went over, and then I would lay other things on top of it. I think I would do that. Beautiful though. Just love it. You know, like a photo, maybe if you sent this to a friend and you had a group photo, or maybe a, I don't know, a you know, poem, or a Christmas carol, or, you know, something from the Bible or some other text there, glued there, and then the gold goes in and goes across and comes out, and you would still be able to pack stuff in there. Woo! Love it. Okay, guys, so hopefully this spoke to you and you came up with an idea and you want to give it a try. You can see Sharon's original video on her YouTube channel called the Journalosity. Her shop is called the Journalosity Shop. So her YouTube, just put Journalosity into the search box. It'll come up. Hoerth. Sharon is her last name, in case she uses that as her YouTube. I don't recall. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this idea, I would love it if you would hit like. It really does talk to YouTube, and it certainly talks to me. And then also, if you want to make a comment, I would love that too. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.